Welcome back, everyone. As millions of people gear up for that holiday shopping in the next few weeks, scammers will be taking advantage. So this morning, we're talking about how you can avoid them with Tina Pickup, the Vice President of Security and Fraud Investigations for Berkshire Bank. Tina, welcome.
Welcome. Thank you.
Okay, let's get straight to it. The holiday season, just like every other time of the year, fraud happens. Why is that?
Well, there's a fraud does happen all the time. You have upswings, but the people are online shopping more during the holidays. They're traveling during the holidays. So those are all dangerous areas, dangerous times, and need to take extra precautions.
Let's start talking about online shopping. I know a lot of folks maybe have already done some of the online shopping deals. Your recommendations to keep your money, your credit, your identity safe during this time of the year?
Okay, I'm going to say this for all shopping, and I don't want banks to feel offended, but I really recommend that people use their credit cards when they're doing online shopping and in-store shopping, only because, and it's not that you won't get the money back if your account is compromised with a debit card, but it's a longer process, where if it's a credit card, it's immediate, you know, and you're not affecting your checking account, because when you use your debit card, it's in your checking account and your checking card might be overdrawn. So I recommend using a credit card whenever you can. The shopping online, when you're going to a site, preferably stick with sites that you already are used to and you already have saved, but if not, always make sure that the IP address, the address up on the top, says HTTPS. That S has to be there. That means it's a secure site.
And sometimes there's that little lock too that may come up in the address bar as well. That's always something that I look for too. I usually see that before I see the S on the HTTPS on the web link there.
Yep, absolutely.
Such a good reminder. And another thing on top of those products, sometimes we take the easy route and we buy those gift cards, right? Especially for holiday gifts, but that's another thing to look out for.
Absolutely. Gift cards are for gifts, not for payments. That's a #1 mode that the scammers are using to steal money now. Is what they'll do is, whatever the scam might be, it might be that the IRS is calling you saying you owe money and they're going to have you arrested, or the Policemen's Association needs money. But if they're calling you and they're asking you to go out and buy gift cards to make the payment, that is a scam. No legitimate company is going to want you to make payments with a gift card. They're going to ask you for a check or a credit card number, but they're not going to have you go to a store and buy gift cards and scratch off the number off the back and give that to them. What happens is the scammers take those and they sell it on the black market.
And these scammers are getting really, really crafty. You know, we maybe in the past talked about maybe the older generation easily falling for these frauds, but younger folks are too. It's very easy to kind of lay into this and be like, oh, maybe this is something that I need to pay attention to. Yeah,
remote working. So we're all, I work remote, so it's become more and more popular, especially after COVID, and it's becoming a norm now. Well, a lot of younger adults are going out to look for maybe part-time jobs while they're in college or something, make some extra money. And my #1 tip, an employer is not going to send you a check for you to cash to buy your equipment. That is an immediate scam. A company is going to send you their equipment. They're not going to have you go out and buy. And what will happen is they send you a fraudulent check and you deposit it, and they'll say, oh, buy from your computer supplies from our vendor. Well, they're the vendor. So you're just cashing that fraudulent check, sending them the money, and then you're going to be left being responsible for the fraudulent check. So very, very important. And if any time you question a check that's been sent to you, talk to your bank. Let us look at it. We will, I should say, financial institution, because there are credit unions out there, but talk to your financial institution. Let us research it, and don't take the money right out until we've been able to verify.
Another thing we want to touch on this month, though, is a lot of people, they're traveling. They're going all over. What should we keep in mind when it comes to protecting ourselves from fraud because of those travel purchases maybe, or even while you're traveling? Right.
When you're traveling, I highly recommend only carrying with you absolutely what you have to have. You know, in your wallet, carry your driver's license, obviously passport if you need it, depending on where you're going. Limit the number of cards you carry, because if your wallet or purse is stolen, you're compromised. So keep copies of whatever you're carrying with you, so that if it is stolen, you can immediately contact the institution, have the card stopped or whatever. and please do not carry your Social Security card.
yeah.
And that's not just for holiday travel. That is
Right.
That's all the
any
time.
time.
That's
Never ever carry your Social Security card. That is immediate. If your wallet is stolen, you are now a victim of identity theft, and then that's a whole nother ball of wax.
Tina, this was all such good advice. I learned so much from this today. Thank you for coming here.
All right, thank you for having me.